Thanks for this opportunity to showcase this product, Invisible Grill. I would like to also give a vote of thanks to NPC Club for this nice opportunity and platform today evening. So, before starting this presentation, we talked about what is grill meant to everyone and all. So, the answers given with from all the guys, they're absolutely right. When it comes to grill means safety and security. Like, nothing should fall out or nothing should come inside. Like wherever we are putting up the grill. So this invisible grill is the same, comes with the same concept, but with some traditional, like some stylish positive points attached to the traditional MS iron grills. And it's a new definition of safety system, so we can call it as. And as the name suggests, invisible grill, these are basically the grill which one can't really make it out. It's being really put at your balconies or windows or wherever we are putting it up. You can see that in the next two slides. So these are purely invisible from looks point of view, but at the same time, these are more safer and more stronger than our traditional iron grill, and it also gives some added advantage compared to the traditional iron grills. We'll see that in the coming few slides. Next, these invisible grills mainly it's made up of thin wire ropes. These are the stainless steel SS 316 grade wire rope, and we know, like the kitchen utensils and all which we use in our home. Those are mainly the SS 304 304 स्टेनलेस स्टील हम लोग बोलते हैं उसको. So this invisible grill wires, these are one grade above the SS 304. These are SS 316 grade. And when I said SS 316, it gives more corrosion resistance property, more durability, more strength compared to the 304. Because if you check, the material 304 and 316, so 304 can easily attack to the magnetic power because of the carbon content in that 304 material. Whereas in 316, it's more of nickel and molybdenum, so it doesn't attract the magnet, so it is less of carbon, and in turn it doesn't get rusted or corroded in the long term of use. So as you can see in this picture, the wires which are shown vertical and one horizontal line, these are mainly the invisible grill wire rope, and it comes in a 2 mm and 2.5 mm diameter. When I say the diameter, it's the OD of that wire rope. So the inner wire is made up of SS 316. In case of 2 mm, it is 1.5 mm wire diameter, and in case of 2.5, it is 2 mm wire diameter. And on top of it, it's a 0.5 mm nylon coating. Nylon membrane we call it as. Why coating? Because it gives a smooth finish. It gives a good property and good surface finish to the wires, and also it is a silver colored coating, so it gives the aesthetics to the invisible concept. So these wires are put up in the left side bottom picture, that small picture, it's written as powder coated tracks. So these tracks are made up of aluminum grade alloy steel, and the wires are run from this powder coated track in a single loop way, continuous way, in a zigzag manner. If I am putting a grill in a vertical, then the wires run in vertically loop system. If the grills are being put horizontal, then wire runs in both left to right direction. But it's a single wire from the start of the window to the end of the window. It, like whatever may be the length of your balcony, one complete stretch of a wire is run in a single continuous loop system. So these wires are run through their tracks, and then if the height is more than 5 feet, you can see the horizontal line, and it's written as a stiffener. So we put one horizontal line which act as a stiffening line for these vertical wires. Like generally, in case of more than 5 feet height, sometimes the people can try to pull these two vertical wire strings apart and try to make a gap so that someone can squeeze inside or go outside the balcony or window. So once we put this horizontal line and clip it with the stiffeners, it acts as a permanent locking system. So no one can just pull these two wires apart, and it remains in a same spacing. In the right side, you can see some more properties of this grill system. The 400 load capacity, 400 kgs. So the 2 mm wire can withhold around 400 kgs of impact load. When I say impact load, let's say someone like 5 or 6 guys, or maybe about 8 to 10 kids coming together and falling on this relay system, so nothing is going to happen. Like it will remain intact, no one is going to fall outside or vis-a-vis. So that impact load capacity for 2 wire is around 400 kgs, and if you go for a higher diameter wire 2.5, it's around 480 kgs. Again, that impact load is based on the technical papers. So in actual, it is almost 1.8 times than what is the technically proved on the paper. The grills required hardly 1.5 to 2 inch spacing to put on the outer border or the inner side of your windows or balconies. It doesn't need a huge space to put up these grills. So just 1.5 inch spacing, we can put these grills fixed into the balconies or windows. Or the spacing, wire spacing, this is the spacing between two vertical strings. So from safety point of view, standard what we suggest is a 3-inch spacing between the two wire strings. But again, it depends on the client's requirement. We can reduce that spacing to 2 inches, and we can increase that up to 4, 5, 6, whatever the client may want to. Like from the safety point of view, 3 inches is good enough. But in case if some, the apartment, especially in Mumbai, like there are many societies where the pigeon nuisance is very common. So in case of that bird issues, kabutar ka jahan pe issues hai, we can go with a 2-inch spacing. So it acts as a bird net, a pigeon net also. In fact, from 3 inch also, the pigeons or bird, mainly the pigeon, they can't come in directly. But if they get a space to land on the outer side of your windows or balconies, then there are chances that they can just squeeze in and try to come inside from that 3-inch spacing. So for that purpose, we advise to go for a 2-inch spacing. So that problem is also get solved with the 2-inch spacing. And unlike the traditional MS grills, the installation of these grills doesn't require any welding or any hot work. So no need of any safety hazard issues when we are installing these grills in the building or in the wherever we want to put it. So it's just a drilling operation, and then run the wires and give the tension to the wires. That's it. And maintenance point of view, as I was mentioning, these wires are made up of SS 316 grade, and the tracks are powder coated aluminum. Lifelong, it doesn't get any rusting or corrosion affected. So as such, there is a zero maintenance because, as we know, the traditional grills, like every year or maybe twice in a year, we need to clean those with anti-rust paint and give a painting apply on that iron bars and all. Whereas in this case of grills, we don't need any such type of maintenance. So as such, these are lifelong zero maintenance products. Can you give next slide? Yeah. So here, what we are seeing, the white strip, it's a grill track, what we have seen in the previous slide. And these grill tracks, generally it comes in a white color powder coating shade, but it can be customized to suit your the exterior of your building or window. Like sometimes the window frame are copper shade or some ivory shade, and the grills are just put outside that window. So we can have these grill tracks matching to that particular shade, so that it add more to the invisibility of that complete grill system. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, these grills, wherever we are thinking of the traditional iron, जहाँ पे हमने लोखंड के grill देखते हैं कि कहाँ पे लगते हैं, वहाँ like that each and every part of that, our imagination, we can have this invisible grill installed. We can have it in balconies, we can have it in windows. We can see in the next two sides. Whatever length may be the balcony size, like 60 feet, 80 feet, 90 feet, whatever may be the length or whatever may be the height, you can put these invisible grills in the huge, heavy, lengthy balconies as well. We can have it in the windows. Here what we are seeing is the horizontal grill, like what I was mentioning in the previous slide. We can get this grill installed either horizontal wire or the vertical wires. Just that the aluminum, the tracks, we need to adjust it accordingly, either horizontally or vertically in case of vertical or horizontal grill wire. Again, these can be installed in the staircase railings. Like instead of putting up the heavy glasses or some metal bars, you can just put these grill wires inside the railing compartment. So it adds to the aesthetic as well as it solves the purpose of safety as well. The railing, sometimes in the terrace side or some swimming pools, some commercial spaces, we have this type of railing. So here also we can put these invisible grill wires. Like it gives a strength, it gives a beauty to the surrounding, to the balcony. and it, of course, it adds to the safety of that particular place or railing, balconies, or terrace. There are also few products like apart from the reusable grills, which comes in the market. Like there's one is the mosquito net, and the second is the bird net. Bird net, few of us might have seen, like these are the most commonly used in the societies, just to avoid the nuisance of pigeons and entering into the common passage areas or common duct areas and all. But these bird nets are purely from a pigeon point of view. There is no safety in these bird nets, and after at least maximum to 2 to 3 years, one has to replace these bird nets because these are made up of nylon rope. But again, that's a less costlier solution for if we are looking for specific to the pigeon nuisance case. We can opt for this bird net solution. The mosquito net, these are not the traditional mosquito net, which generally being fixed in a window sliding frame. In case of that sliding frame mosquito nets, we need to have a separate window track for sliding those mosquito nets windows. Whereas these mosquito nets, what I'm talking here is it's a pleated type. Pleated means like it's like a side of shutter. Like we can just fully open it, we can fully close it, and once in open condition, it just about 1.5 inch width. It gets accumulated to your borders. So it doesn't require a big space to once it is fully open or fully closed. And the mesh which is used for these pleated type mosquito nets are polypropylene and polyethylene, charcoal black color mesh, so screen. And this comes with a magnet and roller in that mosquito net track, so that when it's a fully open, it will remain in that condition. It will not by itself get sliding and close it or open it unless we go and close it or we open it. So because of that magnet and roller arrangement, it remains in that position. So these mosquito nets are also popularly being used in most of the apartments from getting avoided from the mosquitoes nuisance. Go next. These are the different pictures where you can see the grills installed in vertical direction, in long balconies, in a horizontal direction, like whichever way we want. We just require the space to put up the grill tracks. If you have the flooring and ceiling available, we can install these grills at any location, any place. Even though it is outside, like the second right side second picture in the first row, you can see it's being installed on the outside chhaja. Of course, with proper safety, then safety gears and harness, we can install it on the outer side of your chhaja, and so that the space it can be utilized for keeping the AC out, OD units, or some other purpose, or just for the safety point of view. So we can put it the bottommost picture, right hand side bottom picture. You can see that the grill being installed on the top of railing. Someone, if they don't want to put it full height, you can just have it being installed on the above your existing railing and run the wires in that half area. So that is also possible. The balcony or if your chhaja, the exterior of your building is something like circular shape, you can still have this grill installed in that circular shape. No harm, like it will give a good aesthetics as well as it will solve the main purpose of safety. We can have it installed in staircase. Then the left side bottom post picture shows the double height windows, like where the two floors are being put up together, almost 16 feet height. So whatever may be that 16 feet, 24, 30, whatever is the height, we can run these grill wires. Just we need to add the more horizontal strings, the stiffener lines, so that it gives a tension to the wire. Again, the middle picture. Sorry, can you just go to previous slide? Yeah, the bottom line middle picture, you can see some fabricated structure. So if there is no support base available to put up this grill, we can have something like these structures being fabricated, and on top of that, we can put the grill work. So the meaning is, like what I wanted to say is, we can put up these grills anywhere in outside your windows or outside the balconies, wherever we want. From the safety point of view, these can be put up in that place. And as I was mentioning, of course, the most of the installation work, because The grills are mainly you put up outside or windows or balconies or exterior of your building. So safety is the prime importance for while working in this type of grill work. So the one need to have all the safety gear, safety harness, even your your equipment like ladders and all. These needs to be properly fastened and assigned so that the working is possible. But yeah, with proper safety and proper good tools and the equipments, we can install it in anywhere in the building and at any floor. Like even if you can put it at 42nd floor, 44th floor, 50th floor, whichever floor, it's still possible. Only need to take care of the safety while working at height and outside the building elevation. So this is here you can just see like why we call it as invisible grill. So this particular picture is the grill is being installed on the second floor and the photo is being taken from the podium level. So ideally this is on the third floor, the circular the portion. But we can't just really make it out. Okay, there's a grill installed in that particular balcony. So once we zoom it, then we'll come to know there are vertical strings wires. So that's the reason these grills are called as an invisible grill, because as the name suggests, it's really invisible. It solves the purpose of for safety and security, as well as it doesn't spoil the view of your balconies or like if you are sitting in a balcony and seeing outside, because of the thin wires, we won't feel there is something some obstruction in that balcony or window, and it gives a seamless view. That's the reason these grills are known called as invisible grill.